of the scornful. Ooh. That sounds hard to understand, doesn't it?
No. Yes. No, not really.
Okay, what do you think that means?
Well, to me, I think it means like don't get yourself into like the wrong crowd. Like you see someone else doing something and it looks alright to you, it doesn't mean that it's alright. Like, for example, if you see like some friends, they're like, oh, we're about to go take a smoke, you want to come? And it's like, you don't have to go follow along with them just because they think it's cool and it'll get you popularity.
Good. Anybody else? Another thing that's happening in this psalm is exactly what you were saying, but it's like a step-by-step sequence of the way things work when you with the wrong crowd, when you traveling or hanging with the wrong people. It's a step-by-step progression. First, you walking with them. First you walk. Then you stop and stand where they stand. So first you walk with them, then you stop and stand with them. That means you're in agreement with them. You represent what they represent. So it doesn't start off that way. It starts off just by you associating with them. Then the next step is you standing with them. And then the next step is you sit down with them. That means you are firmly placed. That's where you act. That's who you are. But it doesn't start off that way, does it? It never does. It always starts off small, but it ends up big. So when you have to point where you have to decide what you're going to do and who you are has to be up front at the beginning. Then you don't have to. Then you won't find yourself standing with them, and then later you won't find yourself sitting with them. If you make up your mind at first not to walk with them. You see, he says, this first one says, walk. Blessed is the man that walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. That's a step-by-step progression. Y'all feel me? Any questions? Now, this first psalm is like a lot of psalms, or I could say a lot of psalms are like the first psalm, because it gives you one side of the picture, then it gives you another side. Yes.
I had a question just really quick. Who wrote the Psalms?
Several people wrote them. David wrote a bunch of them. Solomon wrote some, and BJ wrote some of them. Well, I'm trying to be funny, but there was a man named Asaph who was the choir director, the music director for the nation of Israel. He was like the BJ. Y'all know BJ, the guy that plays the organ,
yeah.
And he's the music director. Well, they had a music director back then. He was the music director for the temple, and he wrote a bunch of psalms. And you'll see it in your Bibles. If you have that kind of Bible, it'll say Psalm of Asaph. He was like a BJ.
Yeah.
Okay. And then David wrote a bunch of them, and Solomon wrote some. Those are the three main authors of the Psalms.
Okay.
We all had some good questions. Well, if I count last time and this time you only had a bunch of questions. But what I was saying before is a lot of the Psalms are like this psalm. It'll show you what will happen if you disobey. Then it'll flip the script and show you what happens if you do obey. Does that make sense? Okay. Now here's what happens if you do